Today we will be learning section 1.4. We're on page 22 in our books. Page 22, comparing and ordering integers. Section 1.4. Okay, there's some vocabulary you need to know. An integer is a whole number. And then I have positive integers and negative integers, and it all relates to 0. If they're greater than 0, they're positive. If they're less than 0, they're negative. Okay, so positive and negative integers. Then absolute value is the number of units an integer is from 0. It's neither positive nor negative. It's neither one. Okay, it's just how many units is it away from 0. I show absolute value with 2 vertical bars on either side of the number. Okay, so that's just a sample or example. But the 2 vertical bars on either side of the number show that I'm taking absolute value. And remember, that's just the number without a sign. So absolute value of -5 would just be 5. All right, just a quick little example there. All right, so let's look at example 1, graphing and ordering integers. It says use a number line to order the numbers from least to greatest. So I've got -35, -19, 15, -54, 7, and -2. So go ahead and you're just going to draw a number line, a horizontal line. You can trace one of those blue lines on your paper to make it straight. And then, okay, so now I need to look at the range of my numbers. What's my biggest number? What's my biggest number in my set? Garrett?
-35.
No, the largest number. So the number largest in value would be my highest positive number. Chloe?
7.
Not 7. Anybody see? What is it, guys?
15.
15. Very good. So 15 is my biggest number. What's my smallest number? It's pretty small. Holly?
-54.
Very good. -54. So I need, on my number line, I need my numbers to range all the way from -54 to +15. Well, that's a pretty big number line if I count by 5s. Okay? Let's see. Let's just count by 10s. Let's count by 10s. So we want to go a little bit past -54. Now, hopefully this is just a refresher, but the farther you get from 0, the bigger the negative number. So if I'm going by 10s, my first number on my number line is going to be -60. Then I'll have -50, -40, -30, -20, -10, 0, 10, and 20. Do I need to go higher than 20? No, don't need to go higher than 20. Now I'm just going to plot the points where they go on the number line. -54 is just going to be a little closer to -50. We're just going to kind of eye it. And then we need to make sure that we label the number. So -54. What's the next smallest number after -54? So we can kind of cross that one out. What's the next smallest? -35. Very good. So -35, that'll go right in between -30 and 40. All right, now I want you to fill in the rest of the number line. So just take just a minute to fill in the rest of the number line. Next number? What's it going to be? -19? All right, so -19. And then -2. And then 7. Somewhere around there. And then, last but not least, 15. Good job. All right, go ahead and do the second number line the exact same way. Okay, does your number line look like that?
Yeah.
All right, good job. So positive and negative numbers. The farther left we go, the farther into the negative, the larger the negative value, the farther to the right of 0 we go, the larger the positive value. All right, so we've got to understand those values in order to be able to do anything else. Over the next couple of sections, we're going to start adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing positive and negative numbers. But it all starts here in our basic knowledge of how they relate to 0 on a number line. All right, so now let's talk about absolute value. Again, on each of these examples, you know that you're finding absolute value because it'll be indicated by the bars around the number, okay? So go ahead and start practicing writing your absolute value signs around each number. -5, 14, -8, 0, -13, and 18. And remember what we said, absolute value is just how many units it is from 0. It's not positive, it's not negative. It's just the number itself. So the absolute value of -5 is just 5. Absolute value of 14 is just 14. All right, you go ahead and fill in the rest. Okay, so what are they, guys? C?
-8.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. C, absolute value? 8. Just 8. What about D? 0. What about E?
13.
13. And F?
18.
Just 18. All right, so that's absolute value. Now let's talk about opposites. The opposite of a number is exactly what it seems. It's the opposite value. So if it's positive, the opposite is going to be negative. If it's negative, the opposite is going to be positive. It's just the exact same unit away from 0, but the other sign. So if it's 6, it's going to be -6. If it's -23, it's going to be +23. Go ahead and fill in the rest. All right, so C, what's the opposite? -46. D? -72. E? 18. And F? 6. Very good. Good job, guys. All right, let's go ahead and do a checkpoint real quick. It's combining examples 2 and 3. We're finding the absolute value. Your first answer is absolute value. Your second answer is the opposite. So there's 2 answers for each question. All right, so these should have been your answers. Everybody check? All right, moving on. Oh, hold on a second. No wonder it looks so short. We need another slide. Hold on one sec. All right, here we go, guys. Example 4. Example 4. Okay, so evaluate the expression when y equals -5. Again, we're just plugging in the value for the variable, and then we solve the same way. But catch this, there's already a negative. You're going to see this on your homework tonight, too. There's already a negative. When I plug in another negative, that's a double negative. Anybody remember what happens to a double negative? It turns into a positive, and my answer is just 5. All right, so now let's look at B. 17 minus the absolute value of y. Again, we're going to go original problem, substitution, and then box our answer. So 17 minus the absolute value of -5. But what is the absolute value of -5?
5.
Just 5. So 17 minus 5 gives me my answer of 12. All right. Now I want you to try C, and then we'll go over it. So we've got negative. Oh, here we go again. Negative, and then another -5 plus 10. So the double negative changes to what? Positive. And my answer is 15. Did you get it right? Did you get it right? Good job. Good job. All right, last but not least, let's do example 4 checkpoint, and then we'll be done. But as far as examples go, that's everything you need to know for 1.4.